If you want to sell out a show in your target market, then it's going to take a minimum of three things: an engaged audience, a minimum of 3,000 followers in that specific market, and then you're going to need a little thing called a conversion rate, and I'll explain that a little bit later. Now, the problem is you're struggling to fill these rooms simply because you're not putting in the work with the actual fans, and you shouldn't be struggling because many artists don't know what I'm actually about to explain to you right now, coming up right here on the Music Money Makeover show. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Music Money Makeover show. My name is Casey Graham. Let's hop right in. All right, so first things first, and this is pretty much a given, you're going to want to build an engaged audience. Without an engaged audience, none of what I tell you today will work. So this means, number one, building an email list to keep fans informed beyond social media, right? It's going to be hard to do this without the email list. So two, responding to your comments and DMs. This is a must because we want to keep them engaged, and then we want to commit to fan requests and content. So like sometimes I can't commit to everybody's request, but let's say if you're a cover act or someone who's just, people have a request to do, for you to do something here musically or sing a certain song on your profile page, just give it a shot. You know what I mean? You don't have to do every one of them. It's just like once in a blue moon, take something from a fan and do it, and then let the rest of the fans know, hey, this fan over here requested this. This is a fan requested video. I'm doing this. And then that makes everybody feel like, oh, you're actually, listening to us and you're doing stuff for us. So you don't have to do a lot of number three. You might want to take a chance on number three. So if you can't execute these items, don't bother with the rest of the show, because without the engaged audience, like I said, none of this stuff is going to work at such a low number. 3,333 is the magic number. In order to sell out a small show, we're going to need the magic number of 3 in your target geographical market. If 3,333 people are following you in a city based on Instagram metrics, then we know that a small room of 100 can be sold out at $10 to $20 a ticket, yielding roughly $1,000 to $2,000. But how are we going to do this? What is that number? Again, 3 is our magic number. The conversion rate of 3%. In order to get 100 people, we'll want to use an optimistic conversion rate of 3% on our 3,333 followers, which yields the 100 concert goers. To be fair, you can sell 100 tickets with less due to the fact that nobody comes to live shows alone. Let's say 40% of ticket buyers bought 2 tickets, then our conversion rate drops to 1.8%. And this is true because most people who buy tickets for concerts, they buy 2. They want to bring somebody along. And in that case, we can convert at a lower rate. So now, here's a bonus. Let's sell some merch because I know you want to. So if these are real fans, and there are bound to be some super fans at the show. So let's bust down our conversion rate again. Let's say 10% buy merch. This is a high conversion number, but I'm being optimistic here because at the very beginning, if the people are coming to your show based on your Instagram followers, these people are already highly engaged. So 10% is not too far-fetched. And a $20 t-shirt would yield $200 extra. So why 10%? Like I said, early adopters want to show you how early they are on you, especially if you show a lot of promise by the way you engage with them, how dope you actually are, and your perceived rate of growth. If they see that, oh man, this person is growing really, really fast and they're dope and they're doing a show in the local market, my hometown, I gotta be there. And if I'm already spending $40 on a ticket back, or for 2 tickets back here, for 2 tickets back here, then I'm going to spend an extra $20 on the upsell for a t-shirt. I don't mind. I love them. They're my favorite right now. You got to put yourself in the mind of the fan. And this is what they're thinking. So being totally optimistic here, but also not being too far-fetched down the line in our percentages, you stand to make anywhere from $1,200 to $2,200 on a 100-seater, sold out show in a very small venue. And I'm just using Atlanta for an example. The smallest venue I know that is actually a concert venue is Smith's Old Bar. It's a 125-seater room. You can pack that room out. You get what I'm saying? So this is totally doable. This is totally possible. Now, this sounds good, but how realistic is it? Very. Again, this will only work if you attack step 1 with a vengeance. engage with your fans. So let's say I have the followers, but I don't sell any tickets. And here we go again. There's a disconnect with your fans. Ads won't create connections. Engaging content and constant content will. No, this will not be easy, but it isn't a rosy colored picture either. Now, how did you figure this out? Since you said you did nothing to come up with this. I had a test subject. Her name was Kennedy Ryan, and basically it was her team. And my trusty chart metric tool to run numbers every time the team did a show. Now you have a master key. All right. And this is just isn't their master key alone. Like this works for everybody. If you want to follow her, check her out at Instagram, on Instagram at Kennedy.Ryan, RYON. But this is how I came up with this. I would monitor the show. I'd speak with their manager like, yo, how many tickets did y'all sell? Run my numbers. And I came up with this like, okay, this is about what y'all converting at. So now we know that every time we step into a market, we should be able to do pretty good. And we only want to go to the markets that do really good. Now, here's what I suggest. Focus on fan engagement first before trying to sell out a show unless it's a joint show. So let's say maybe you're not at the point of 3,333 followers, right, for our 3% conversion. But let's say you want to do half of that. So we want to break it down to maybe 1,700 or 1,600 people in your market that you want to do a show at. Then if we bring somebody else on as a joint show, we can still have a packed crowd and we both can share fan bases. But like I said, it's not going to work unless you have the engagement going. So this way you won't be stressed about having a successful show. You want to watch your metrics, double down on the market. You want to grow into with promotion and give the lucky wheel a spin. However, before you sign the contract with the venue, you're going to need a foundation. Okay, because in most cases, if you're going to do this, you're going to want to have a partnership with the venue. You're going to want to rent that venue. So there are going to be some legal ramifications at play here, and you don't want to do business as yourself. So hence, you're going to need this thing I built called the 60-Day Record Label course. This will allow you to build the foundation of your record label and publishing company and all your musical operations within 60 days or less without you searching all over the internet trying to find each step that I have compiled within this course. So we'll build a strong LLC foundation. You'll learn how to play the game via contract, and you'll be set up to collect domestic and international publishing royalties without the middleman taking 15%. All of the stuff in the right-hand corner is included within this course, plus so much more. All right, if this is your first time watching the channel, grab the free stuff below, 10 major steps to increase your record label's profits. A free split sheet is included with that as well. Now, if you execute this successfully, then you'll have proof that you are the next best thing. Smaller promoters will catch wind of you, and the venue owner will invite you back to do another show. Pause for a second. An actual, not like an event hall, like an actual concert venue that either sells Ticketmaster tickets or Live Nation tickets at that venue, or they have a lot of promoters who come through that venue who do smaller ran tours. Those people will catch wind and will want you to put together a tour to tour the rest of the Chitlin circuit or the smaller venues around your area or region. Because they know if you just did this in one market, if you don't have the followers in another market, they will combine you with somebody, but they know that you're going to be able to sell out. And this is what you want. All right. And the reason why I suggested that course is because all of this business will have risk involved, and you will need that LLC because you don't want to put all that stuff underneath you personally. The venue owners will bring you back maybe in the next 90 days. Or they may put you on a ticket with another person right there in the same exact local market to either build you up or, allow you to share fan bases with the other. So successfully getting this right is going to be amazing for your career. But if you're moving on the show too soon, it will cost you more money than you actually needed to spend. You'll end up taking more losses than gains. And the venue owner that you need to do small shows may not trust you the next time. So you don't want to move too fast. So that's why I said earlier in the show, if you want to bring somebody on and y'all do a joint show together so that you can sell out the room, then that's going to be what you're going to want to do if you're early. Okay, if you're moving early, before our 3 is the magic number, 3,333 folks. Okay, now, and that hedges our bets, the 3,000 people. But if we want to do it with less, I suggest doing it with a partner so you don't end up here, because your reputation is on the line to see if you can actually sell out a crowd. Because if you can sell out a crowd, that means you can sell drinks at the bar. And that's what we want to do for our small venues, right? So, Music Money Makers, I don't want you to be here. I want you to be here. Please go back and take a look at this video again if you really need to understand what I was saying, all right? So if you were struggling to sell tickets to your show or just sell out your shows, try this method right here, and then hopefully you can be the next emerging indie artist on your local scene or really in your local region. All right, Music Money Makers, if you make music, you should always make money. Log on to musicmoneymakeover.com, book a call there, jump into the 60-day record label course, download the free stuff right down below, and I'll see you next time. Peace.